Yeah, our friends like
Our friends
like it. I don't know.
It's probably because we don't see them enough.
It's gonna take a
Vice
long
versa.
time to figure out if it's
Telling you,
I would imagine.
Instagram sent me something. I don't know if I looked at it hard enough. That like it was either 1,100 or 1,500 people. I looked at one of the stories you shared or one of the reels. I was like, all right, it's not 15 people. If people, you might have to check my DMs. I'm
We're
not
off the bat with like
I'm not
500,
trying.
not 500, 50 downloads an episode
not,
so far.
yeah.
Is it? Okay, good. That's what someone told me that like that's pretty good to start.
I think you got to be the DM enforcer. I
What?
both would happily engage in smoke, but don't want to read what people are saying. So you're gonna have to sugarcoat it for me, and then I'm not gonna sugarcoat it on the way back. Yeah, I think a big reason I never got involved in Instagram is that like I can't.
And now you want to do a podcast.
That's fine. I don't have to look at anything. Right? Great. No, good. I want people to understand where I stand on this.
What is that?
There's a reason I haven't posted anything on Instagram. Well, first of all, I don't think I mean, there's plenty of things that are worthwhile, but I'm not going to post our family. Or like random city. There's like city photography has been mastered several times over. So I'm not going to post, I don't know, a cityscape or like me.
Cityscape?
Yeah.
That's your brand, a cityscape?
Yeah. With Jersey City in the background or Brooklyn in the background. It's been done before.
Don't want to be on Instagram, but like now we are like
You're
doing a podcast and we have video associated with it, and there are reels, and Instagram pumps reels, and so people see reels. And
yes,
but so now you're all in.
I have
maybe like one post.
Yeah.
When's the last time you posted on Instagram?
I think it's 2013 or 2014. So a decade plus, which is crazy. I've got to change. Obviously, I have to start shilling this podcast. So
maybe it could be your thing to like never post. You're just still like living 12 years ago.
Story with
some of the like 5 posts that you have on Instagram are kind of relevant
with
today.
7 likes. That's like when they counted your likes and people would see it.
Lots of good Oni's rum.
Lots of good rum pictures. Yes.
Yeah. And there's one with tales of the weekend from what we drank that weekend. Like
cocktail menus. Yeah.
No, it was like the coffee pot, shot glasses, a water bottle,
protein shaker.
I thought it was cute.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, you'll think on that.
I will.
A homework.
No, I've already thought about it, but now I have to figure out how to use Instagram on offense, not on defense.
I know. I keep
call me like I think we're called lurkers.
I don't know. I keep inviting you to collaborate, and I tag you in the reel for our podcast.
Let's talk about it. Actually,
and then you don't even know how to accept the invitation.
Zero. I feel so. I don't know, behind the times.
Yeah, I would agree.
I feel like a book. I feel like an old person. No, they call us lurkers apparently when you just look at other people's
you look
stuff.
at a lot of
Tons
it.
of stuff.
You spend a lot of time.
But now Instagram's, it's all like reels. They like try to peg you in an algorithm. They do a pretty damn good job. And it's all someone's reel, and like comedians and like
it's quite creepy how they know what is going on in your life.
They can at least hear us, and some people argue they incept us.
It's like our kid's turning 3 on Saturday, and
they know that right now. They've known that for
they know it already. Being fed like
the day he was born.
This is what happens when your kid turns 3. I'm like,
the day he was born in hospital, heard, distilled the crying, and immediately knew what our kid's birthday was. So they'll know our kid because they'll be on social media unless we break it all down.
I don't know.
Next 10 years.
Let's not think about that. I'll get stressed out.
Okay. I made it here tonight.
I know. I think we should let our very wide audience know that Harry surrendered a night out of working out to that he booked months ago.
Yes.
And it was before we committed to the day and time and to really doing this podcast once a week. What were you going to do tonight instead?
So it's happening currently or just ended, some workout class that I guess a doctor from the Hospital of Special Surgery named Dr. Menzel hosts.
It's a paid ad.
It should be. Again, sponsors, please. Whenever I'm here. So this guy who I want to say works at HSS, maybe, has a workout class, huge group workout class on the flight deck of the USS Intrepid. And for those who don't know what the USS Intrepid is, it is commissioned in, I looked it up, 1941, 43. So during World War II, it's an aircraft carrier that's been on the west side of Manhattan on the Hudson River for decades now. The last time I went was, I don't know, probably 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. It's pretty cool. They've only made it cooler. I can't wait to take our children there when I think they won't like try to commandeer a plane and maybe take off. But this workout is on the flight deck. And I got an email because I've participated in a big group workout. Well, it's not even a group workout. It's really solo or doubles competition called High Rocks. I've ran it in New York this summer on Memorial Day and last summer on Memorial Day. So they have, again, talking about aggregating information.
A little bit of a flex.
A little bit of flex. I mean, anyone could do High Rocks if they want to pay. You pay to get your ass kicked. That's the workout model. So yes, they sent me an invite. I immediately RSVP'd. I was like, this is great. I'm going to get a t-shirt. Awesome. This is going to be great. I'm going to buy merch on top of my free t-shirt and like leave with a squeeze bottle. And then as you and I are debating how I'm going to get down here and try to make this podcast, and I was going to show up like super hot, sweaty, disgusting, with a yoga mat, go figure. I actually looked at a video at this, what this workout class is. And, I saw children the age of 6 or 7, and I saw some people that were up there in years. I am happy for all demographics for doing this, but I realized it was more of, a little bit more kumbaya than like grit your teeth,
the intensity,
crazy shit,
savage.
Yes. And I'm not to say I'm too good for it by no means.
But the copy on the email was like hilarious. It was like, come and have the most extreme night of your life.
All caps.
I want to know who like writes these things.
You're going to get like, you'll never work out this hard again in your life. So this is a can't miss opportunity. And then I look at the video and it was not that. I mean, it would have been fun. Don't get me wrong, but I would have missed the podcast. And then, we have a hole in our schedule. So yeah, did not do it.
I would have dragged an
alternate. We have
some friend or family member here, and which is going to happen sooner rather than later anyway. But maybe tonight would have been, that part of this little project we have going on would have been expedited had you decided to continue to do your Intrepid workout.
Yes, we have an MCU, like a Marvel Cinematic Universe of friends that are not Marvel characters.
None of which who have said they would be on the. Well, actually, I can think of 2 or 3 that said okay so far, but in our heads, you're all coming on.
They don't have a choice, and we'll zoom you in if you don't want to be here on Canal Street. And I understand why. I just saw a guy mutating into like a werewolf outside.
Such good people watching, even on a Monday night.
That guy was losing his soul. And someone else walked by and asked him specifically for a lighter. I'm like, dude, there
was another guy
with us right
on
now.
A city bike just ringing the bell on the sidewalk. Like
city bike guy again.
It's like, you need content for a podcast, just go stand outside of the
sit out there for hours and
studio,
It's incredible. Yeah. So that guy.
Not exactly what the West Side Highway looks like on a Saturday afternoon, which was kind of like what I've been thinking about of late. Like, I don't think about it. We live so close and spend a lot of time there because there are parks and we have kids, whatever. Mm-hmm. But I've been thinking, I'm in the wellness space in my business, kind of. I'm trying to position Rockaway Soda as like this healthier alternative. Wow. I'm not trying to plug it. It's just relevant to the conversation.
It's plugged.
Well, I'm always trying to plug it.
Who am I kidding? Ever have in your life, obviously.
But it's supposed to just be a healthy alternative to conventional soda without claiming to like change your life, right? Yeah. And I've just been debating, because I live this every day, in the healthier CPG, consumer product good space. Mm-hmm. Have we like hit peak wellness culture? Like, is doing workouts on the Intrepid and like traveling around the world for High Rocks competitions and like taking a million supplements or drinking soda that's going to like cure your microbiome, or like taking this pill or taking that pill. Like, have we is this peak or is it just going to get more insane?
More
as time?
insane, and it already is. Offhand, you have people of the Jeff Bezos variety that are like, looking.
Well, I'm not talking about billionaires. I'm talking about,
they're the ones that are going to make us immortal. So they are
no,
looking.
we'll be dead before that. But like,
yes, and they will too. But their legacy will be that they're trying to extend life.
people are so obsessed with themselves.
Yes.
Like, granted, I work out every day. It's probably more for my mental health than it is for my physical health or appearance. I mean, those are great byproducts. I like being strong. So I'm not a fitness hater, but I also think there's, an importance to balance.
Yes.
And these like trends, like Khloe Kardashian has a protein popcorn, the protein craze. And because I live in this world for business, I see all these crazy trends that emerge that they like go like wildfire and you've got to do this now and no one's having enough protein. And then there's like some other influencer type or other trend that like, no, that's actually horrible for you. And those companies go from like raising all this tremendous amount of money. Revenues are like whatever, zillions of dollars, and then they just crash because people are on to the next one.
Brothers with like his Prime drink, whatever that is, that sells for like 10 cents in the discount bin at Walmart.
Yeah.
Yes, him.
But I will say the level of looks, like people look insanely good generally.
Yes.
I mean, and I don't mean like plastic. I'm not a plastic surgery person or anything like that. It's just like general fitness levels. And of course, like you go on the West Side Highway of Manhattan and it's like everyone's trying to flex on each other, which is, a whole other debate. But
I've never seen anything like it. I am convinced the West Side Highway, there's got to be some like Illuminati dating scheme happening on one of the piers, because I have never seen such an overwhelming array of super attractive and super fit people, male, female, fucking dogs, all running generally between the hours of 5:30 and 8:30 a.m. And actually that continues throughout the day. Like, no, if it's nice out, it just is nonstop.
I mean, like run clubs, right?
It's not just run clubs.
No, but I'm just saying, like, it's that speaks to the generational shift. I don't even know if it's a generational thing, just like general trends, people joining run clubs as opposed to like going to bars to meet people, right?
Totally.
Or at least that's what I read. I don't know anyone who's joined a run club. Again, like I'm probably not in the age bracket, but we
groups of 100 running every morning.
People, it's a very popular thing to do.
Yes.
Remember our kickball league?
And then you'd show your cab receipt to the bar they would send you to, and you would get 2 free pitchers.
What was that? That company? Could you remember it?
They ran shit for a while.
Whomever played on our kickball team and remembers the name of that organization what was this? This is probably 18 years ago, 17 years ago. We weren't 25, I don't think.
Long time.
But we used to get together after work, like on Wednesday nights or something. Yeah. And we played kickball, which was bullshit, but hilarious.
Oh my God, it was freaking hyper competitive, at least in my.
But it was like a bunch of like 20 somethings playing kickball, basically on the Lower East Side in a schoolyard, like in a random public school, elementary school schoolyard,
where it should be played.
That's what I played when I was in second grade.
1000%. It was great.
And we played kickball. You guys were. Some of the people on our team were way too competitive.
4 of the males, mainly like, 2 or 3 of us, were like
playing kickball anyway. But you would immediately go. The point really was to go to the bar, but like you played a little game beforehand.
Yes.
Now I think it's just I don't know if those leagues exist anymore. I think people
run clubs
because that was like a non.
Is it the West Side Highway freaking mating game that's happening before my eyes? I see people like cut off into piers, and I'm like, all right, you're extending your run, or like you meeting someone there. Is there a whole network I don't know about? It's crazy.
No, I think there are leagues, but that was like basically a bar league, that kickball thing, right? Yes. Like there's one of the piers by us has, a volleyball, like an outdoor volleyball league. That's like seemingly like competitive. Like, there are some really good players there, at least that I've observed.
It's all summer. Yeah.
So anyway, just interesting changes and trends, but I'm kind of over people being so self-absorbed.
Well, and then you're talking about the protein, like everything has protein in it now. It is, people are taking 3 times the amount of protein that
just think about
the
all
FDA.
of these industries that have, people have just got way too much money over the past 20 something
Yes.
years. The government has printed way too much money and it's trickled down from every which way, but not just like what people eat, skincare, workout, regimens. It's wild. Like, look at all these billion-dollar industries that have been, birthed out of self-obsession.
For sure. I know this all started in the 70s. Like, people like us, the Times did a whole thing about this. Jane Fonda and aerobics. I guess jazzercise was a huge thing. It cannot be understated what Arnold Schwarzenegger did for weightlifting and bodybuilding, and just like bringing that level of physique. I mean, people being that muscular used to be frowned upon. It used to be like a low class thing, and now,
and now LA shit is starting to infiltrate into New York, and that is that shit I don't like.
1,000%. Do you want to name the store?
I mean, Erewhon is coming with the Kith
Is
fucking.
Lord of the Rings, or is it like a store?
Hi, it's if you know, it's this like ridiculous store in LA, chain gourmet
Talk about it.
food stuffs,
Okay. Yeah.
wellness stuffs.
Yeah.
They often have like a flavor du jour of a protein shake that's like been influenced by some celebrity that lives in LA.
Naturally.
It's just like a very, very LA thing. And people have been speculating that it's coming to New York for, however many years since it's gotten so popular.
Right.
And the jokes, the memes are always like, oh, this like $25, smoothie inspired by Kim Kardashian actually has you think it's good for you, but it actually has like 85 grams of sugar in it or whatever. Anyway, they are officially coming to New York in the Kith paddle club, which is something I don't understand really. I think it's like some crazy membership club where you have to pay, $40,000 to paddle, which is apparently a sport that I guess the founder is trying to make popular here,
Probably
or it is popular and it
fumes of pickleball.
potentially
Pickleball's insane
popular
all the
in
time.
like some underground community I don't know about, but
Right.
it looks very fancy, and I think it's like, you can get an Erewhon shake there.
Are they building out the full store of Erewhon?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Okay. So I know when Wegmans came here, people were celebrating outside.
There are some things that should just stay on their coasts, I think.
Yes, I would agree. And like, is it just?
And I'm not even an LA hater. I'm not a West Coast hater. I mean, I obviously think that I'm a proud New Yorker. I obviously think the East Coast is better, but I think I have respect for their thing, and they should own their thing, and we should own our thing. And I could go to LA and have an LA experience.
That's a New Yorker talking. What about the business owner, founder, creator that you are, managing partner?
I don't know. I probably shouldn't say that
and
shit
get the bag
publicly. Like
expand. IPO. Everyone gets rich, and then dump the stock, and they shutter their doors.
No, I'm trying to do things differently than the world, which is hard because the world wants you to conform to its fucking structure.
Yeah, naturally.
But I'm eddying out of the herd. Like I, have not gone out and raised zillions of dollars to fund my soda company. It's a family-owned business.
I should interrupt, but if you want to sponsor the podcast, I care what you do. We're not.
Harry really is looking for sponsorship on this. I think it's just for fun, but I mean, are you looking, or is it just like a kind of like an ongoing joke you're gonna have throughout? Each little bit, in between each bit. Like just throw in like, "Hey, Erewhon, we just shat on you. You want to fucking sponsor our podcast?"
Why not? Yeah, just a little shill. No, you're trying to. Yes, you are trying to be.
Anyway, they're hugely successful. I mean, Kith and Erewhon are hugely successful. Yeah. Like respect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like more observational about like wellness trends from different parts of the country coming to New York. But I guess we're a global world. Like we're very interconnected.
Again, everything's flat. I think all the wellness stuff, like protein crazes there. I mean, I did a little research on what I take per day myself, and I'll just list it off to you.
Take?
Okay.
I hate it. This makes me upset. Yeah. I don't like it.
RFK Jr. would have a field day with me. He might put me in jail. I don't know. There was Red 40 in the pre-workout I'm about to mention. Okay. On a Monday when I'm...
Wait, it's a different every day?
Monday's peak crazy. Monday's like like where
I really don't know this about you, and it's better.
though,
I
you
don't know
do.
if it's like it's probably better. I don't know because I'm
Okay.
gonna.
I'll just
mad.
rattle. I'll rattle off what the stuff, what the things are, not the brand names. So there is 175 milligram. Speaking about protein, let's talk also about caffeine and how freaking crazy caffeine's gotten. 175 milligram worth of caffeine pre-workout. Start there. Drink whey protein afterwards. That's 25 grams of protein, 5 grams of creatine. A lot of enes here. I take a multivitamin, an omega-3.
What's happening? Like, what do you want to have? Like, what is the goal here?
It's probably a placebo effect. Doesn't matter. It's like a shield. Right? It's like the
Just say,
invisibility
it's
book.
not like you're Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, would never want to be like that. Maybe. 3 joint pills, a recovery pill, and at night.
Talk about self-obsession.
Exactly.
Oh my
at
God.
night, casein.
This is a
protein.
turn off.
At night, casein protein. There might be a protein bar in the middle.
No.
And call it a day.
No.
And that's probably like middle of the road.
And you don't even know what that cocktail of chemicals is doing.
I saw
inside
Red
your
40
body.
in the pre-workout, so like that shit is banned in California.
I'm saying eat
Maybe
well,
nationally.
drink water,
Yes.
drink alcohol too, have fun, drink coffee. Everything
I
in
drink alcohol and eat cookies basically every night. So it's offsetting everything I just mentioned. The people we're talking about, I have to wonder. Like some of these dudes, I'm like, is your entire life, if you look like that, I am under the impression, unless you really have hit the genetic lottery, and there are people that is clearly the case. Your entire life, I want to say, that's not fair, but a lot of your life is based on like mastering your macros, knowing exactly how much, like what your protein intake is. You have to eat so much to be like ripped and jacked like that. These guys bulk and cut. They're insane. What your dating prospects have to be like, I have to date someone that also does this, or you have to just be like the most OCD person and you're fine with whatever else someone else does because you live such a regimented life. It's wild. It's what I feel like a lot of people that are this fitness oriented, they live and breathe it. Yeah. Horrifying. I can imagine. I want an oatmeal raisin cookie right now. We're going to have a drink in 43 minutes and 10 seconds.
I broke my toe today.
You did. So speaking of performance, do you want to go amputation or like?
I don't know, but like, ain't nobody got time for a broken toe.
Yeah, we limped up canal. That was pretty crazy.
I got a cab to come to the studio, and then I put in the wrong address, and I was too embarrassed, or like not embarrassed, but I was like, I don't want to bother. Like, I'll just limp down Canal Street, but
It's quite the limp.
It's
It's like a half mile.
It hurts.
You need to be medevaced. You refuse Advil. Speaking of wellness, that's like some Maha shit.
I don't take.
You don't do Advil.
No, unless I'm like.
I don't do pain.
I don't take any of those. I don't take.
Add that to my list of.
I don't take anything unless it's really necessary, and then it works. Then it's like wonderful.
I know.
It's like the best.
Aspirin.
You like have the flu and a bad fever, which really is rare. Although it's more prominent now than it ever has been because I have 2 cesspool children, and like I'm dreading the upcoming
school year
fucking flu season because it lasts for
that's
like 4 months.
You get everything.
But anyway, when you take a Tylenol, when you actually never take a Tylenol, and then you take it, it's like, oh my God, I could go run a marathon now.
Yes.
But anyway,
your toe's gnarly. Yes.
I was on the phone. I was calling some stupid place to inquire about a reservation for our kid's 3rd birthday. I'm feeling pressured to, do something for his birthday, even though he doesn't want to do anything for his birthday. So I'm not going to do it. We're going to just go to the park and play.
Yes.
But birthdays are.
What to do.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite things.
Harry loves going to children's birthday parties.
Qualifying all of that with children, with my own children.
Wrong, but
a lot of context. I mean, we're.
But he's like
both the AM and the PM parties have huge perks. Okay, AM parties. There's always pastries and bagels and great coffee. And I'm
Like
this
no
is such a-
adults are eating. Like it's for the kids. The pizza's for the kids, and Harry's there like having 3 slices, and I'm like mortified.
I'm only
like,
having one, and when I want to have 2, you shame me, and I'm like, these kids aren't eating this shit, and I want a pepperoni slice, and then you've like talked me off
and
the
you
ledge,
like
and I want
forward to it. Like I'm gonna have my
Yeah.
pepperoni slice, like more so than our kids.
so that's the PM party is the pizza, and then almost all the parents we know are like, you also need alcohol. We understand, fellow parent. They've got beer and wine. It's nice. You can have an adult conversation for, I don't know, more than 5 minutes, which is increasingly rare, especially if you're.
That's necessarily true. These things are at like venues where you have to watch your kid.
know.
It's not a drop
All
off. They're
these
still like babies.
All these gymnastics places are padded to the hilt, and they still find like the one cable that can like take off a limb. Yes.
Well, yeah.
Maybe only some kids we know intimately. But yeah, I'm pro birthday party. I was, you know what? But I'd rather be a guest than a host. So I'm actually kind of happy that Nealon's punting the whole situation. You're gonna have to blurt out our kid's name. He's been identified, and these are dark times. Yeah, no, I'm completely pro. And the AM ones are good too. We went to an AM one. The guy had Bloody Mary mix in there. I was like, I'm not gonna do this. It was one of the first ones too, and I was like, I'm not gonna be the.
I know. I was pregnant.
I'm not gonna be the parent.
If I wasn't pregnant,
right
I would.
now with knowing half of our class, I'm reconsidering the Bloody Mary. That's probably a go. I'm just gonna have a Bloody Mary at 11 o'clock, as I used to. It will make me feel good because it'll bring me back to my youth when we used to have day drink brunch.
Day drink brunch.
Brunch where we day drink.
Is that the
No,
official term?
no, not at all.
Hmm.
So no, I'm pro. But no, we're gonna forego a party for our own child, and
He doesn't want it.
No,
He's not into it.
that's fine.
But anyway, that's how I busted my fucking toe, and
Yes.
now it's throbbing, and I'm limping, and there's just no time for an injury like that. I mean, it's only my pinky toe, and there's nothing you can do about it. But like, enough.
Seen when I see people with like the big old boot, meaning they've really screwed their foot up, and I see them with little kids, I'm like, that's bad. That's rough. How much yelling are you doing per day? Like 2x the yelling you normally do. Yeah, you'll live. Hopefully it's not broken.
Oh, I also announced on LinkedIn this week that we have a podcast now.
Good.
I hate LinkedIn.
I have to change my LinkedIn. My LinkedIn is like horrifying. I could never be hired. They'd be like, "What are you? You're a bot. You're a Russian bot.
I hate
You're
it.
not real."
But I feel like you don't have to do anything. I feel like I'm still willing to have a profile.
You're a public figure.
I think that's a little.
Have you been interviewed by the New York Times? Check. Have you been nominated and won Forbes 30 under 30?
Okay, we're still living 30 years ago. We're living 30 under 30. I'm 41 now.
All right.
I mean, I'll keep it in my like
42. We're at Forbes. Come on. You need subscribers. You need clickbait. So 42 under 42. What else? You Fortune magazine, or Business Insider?
Okay. A lot of press. There's been a lot of press. Cool. But I'm just back to LinkedIn.
Public figure. You have a check mark next to what
I don't actually. I probably should.
But that's like, I don't know.
I don't know how
it's
you
necessary.
every time it like asks me to get the check mark, I'm like, but then I like think I'd click on it, whether it be Instagram or some other thing. I like click and then I just never do it. I don't know. It asks me for something I don't have the time to give it. I don't know why I've never done that. What do you have to do to get a verification?
Driver's license? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a public figure.
Okay, that'll be on my homework.
I'm working on it when I
get back to that this week maybe. But anyway, I announced our podcast on LinkedIn, being like, this is really not about business.
No.
It's just mainly banter. Again, I don't even think you do have a LinkedIn profile. I don't even think I tagged you in it.
Yeah, my LinkedIn profile is horrifying. I'm changing it tonight. Like,
why?
I can't be seen. I can't be seen like that.
Went from like being a place where you could like network for business to, I don't know, another
freaking Facebook Soapbox 5.0. There's a whole Reddit thread called LinkedIn Lunatics in the things people say with their like global EQ equity,
Well, first of all, there's the people who like talk about really personal things on LinkedIn, which I don't think is a place for, like horribly sad things or whatever things that I wind up seeing. The few times I go on it because
Brutal.
it's not even people in my network. It's just like things that have gotten so much attention
Yep.
that I get fed the stuff, which is like has nothing to do with business. And then there's like the like insane self-promotion. I think
Yes.
we're on
Shameless.
obviously like unconsciously since we don't really ever prep for these like podcasts, but like again, like self-obsession. So like there's just shameless self-promotion going on
Nonstop.
on LinkedIn. And it's always like their terms, they're just like
They speak.
it's all speak. And it's like, we did $200 million in sales last year, but we're just getting started.
So
And it's like, what?
everything.
You're just getting, no, well, I'll tell you what just getting started is because I've just gotten started on 2 businesses. Just getting started is like your first $10 sale. That's just getting started. $200 million is not, we're just getting fucking started.
Yes.
Like that is not just getting started.
No.
You've never just gotten started if you think that's what just getting started is. And then there's the rocket fucking launcher,
Clearly the rocket launcher,
which
the
is like,
star-eyed emoji.
oh my God.
It's
I've seen, and it just like makes my blood boil too. And it's like, I don't know. It just,
I mean, I've said this before, and people are going to shoot me down.
I mean,
Everything's like basically a House of Cards Ponzi scheme. Like
oh, yes.
having all these, you mentioned a lot of these companies that have come online, like kind of the more like bespoke hipstery ones that like got all this funding, and you see them on all the Subway ads. I don't need to name them. Most people know. It might be a mattress company. Might be, some wellness brand. Didn't they get a ton of private equity money, and now all of them are like basically worthless?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to, we could do a podcast on, we could do many podcasts on this.
Table it after you get.
It's just like, it's it's not very complicated. It's just like, I could give a course on this.
That's your third act, by the way. You'll be in.
Well,
faculty.
you know,
If they exist, if colleges exist.
I know. I don't know if kids are maybe just like for a really niche demographic who actually want to like be academics. I'm not really sure
Yes.
what college is by the time we have to think about it for our kids.
No.
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 The jig is up.
The jig is up. Talk about
College was, I'm glad we got to have college though, because oh my God, what a fucking joke.
yes.
Like literally I could have worked a full-time job.
I mean, in hindsight, I could
have worked a full-time job and gone to
I
college
could work
full-time.
up in the morning. So
Yeah, because
I'm
you
not-
didn't get up in the morning. I didn't get up in the morning either because you didn't have to.
right.
I partied 6 nights a week, maybe 7 some nights, some weeks.
15 hours.
I did very
15
well. I
hours?
was in a very like academically I was in one of the best schools in the world,
Mhm.
in the business school, in a very academically rigorous finance program.
Mhm.
Still had a very good GPA. I mean, I know that like some of that is my own like natural gift of intelligence, but it's also just like it was, I don't know.
15 hours a week of class. That's wild. to
It's
think
just
about.
like it
I've
was
spent 15
so,
hours on a film set countless times. Countless times in one day. So that's crazy that I was like stumbling through life, ages
It was-
17 to.
I mean, I think I learned a lot about like social interaction, but I don't even know if I did.
Is it just all basically a network to go forward in? I mean, I feel like there's business is one thing, medicine's one thing.
I guess it all builds on itself. I think like when you're exposed to different like academic theories or conversations in school, like, it all winds up like solidifying. Like then you enter the job force
also
and
you
like,
can think, which is
I think most of the
premium
learning is
nowadays.
on the job, but like, there's foundational concepts that
No
you
question.
learn
Also, it's just a way
in
to
higher
kind of
education.
weed out like people that can actually probably hack it in like a pretty intense job, and people that are just going to be
Also,
full of life.
thank, like, I wouldn't say daily because that's an exaggeration, but pretty regularly, I thank whatever the universe that like we didn't have smartphones in college.
I can't
It
imagine.
would have been such a much
Yeah.
more horrible experience.
We had like
it would have it
basically
probably
Facebook.
ruined.
We had Facebook 1.0, 2004. We had Facebook 1.0, and all people would like dump pictures on it, but that was from a digital.
No, I remember because McGill was like right after the Ivies got invited
Ivies,
into
yep.
into Facebook. McGill got invited into Facebook,
Yep.
and we like the Americans that went to McGill got it right away. And Katie, if you're listening, she said, and I tease her about this, but it was nothing could be more truthful.
One of the greatest takes ever.
She said, oh, someone said, oh, what's Facebook? And she said, oh, it's some dumb American thing.
Indeed it is.
And I made fun of her about it, like, 6 months after she said that. But like, now were truer words ever spoken? Is it not the most dumb American thing?
To be true simultaneously. It is the dumbest thing that's ever happened and has caused multiple brains to break. Billions. And in countries, especially in the developing world, it's the internet. The internet as they know it and telecommunications, WhatsApp, is Facebook / or Meta. So yes, Katie, I feel like I got your back. It is an extremely dumb American thing, and we're not better.
She was
for
making
it.
fun of it at the time, and then we were all into it. But now, even
It's
however
awesome.
many years later, 20 years later,
One in four people
maybe
has
the
Facebook,
smartest,
one in
like the
global,
hottest, the
one
best take ever.
Yeah.
But I feel like we didn't get it until like the end of college.
No,
like
it was, I want to say it was 04 or 05. And all
what
was
does
like
that make us? Juniors
poking,
in
and it was
college?
thefacebook.com. And it was all like dumping your photos of you super wasted. Which
Oh
would be
yeah, we
a
from the
non-starter in
from the
workforce now.
digicam, from the
Yes.
digital cam.
This is before it got, I mean, unfortunately, when Facebook
It would be like the same picture, the same 50 pictures that you would take in one night, and then you would upload them all, and like people couldn't wait to see them.
Yes. And that was great. And then like our aunts and uncles got on Facebook and it became this, the cesspool that we all now know is.
But I think we left it before those like
No.
our parents
I won't
got
say the
on.
last time I looked, and granted, I freaking use WhatsApp and I use Instagram, so I'm not like Meta's got a hold on me. Don't get me wrong. The last time I went on Facebook and browsed for real, besides like trying to remember like my aunt's sisters' names because they all are identical, is and non-biological aunt, just to clarify, would know them. I know, like we're talking 2011, 2012, maybe later. Like it just, it feeds you the rage. I don't need that all day.
Yeah.
I don't need that all day. Instagram's good enough at doing that shit too. At least there's like some comedy in Instagram. It's a better format too. But
I deleted my Facebook many years.
let's get back to LinkedIn, because LinkedIn has become Facebook, and under the guise of like, we're all professionals, like white collar professionals.
Just it's just like, again, the Ponzi scheme. I guess it's just the way in this noisy world, like people get attention for themselves and their companies. And
That's it.
I just wish the language was a little bit different, or a lot of it different.
Yeah.
And I wish people didn't pretend so hard. Like,
I know.
But that's
also the way of like.
But that's like politicking, right? Like, I guess that's why like I never could survive in corporate America, or why I ran away from Wall Street.
Real minefield nowadays. Let me tell you.
However many years ago, right?
Yeah.
Like I can't do that. Sure, like that dance. I just can't. Like, what?
I think you can. I think you're.
Oh, it feels so inauthentic.
Yes. Sorry. I think. No, I've heard when you owned Oni's and you had the distillery and you did your tour, I was like, this.
Yeah, because that was the most authentic thing ever. I was like, I built that distillery and I made that rum, and I like thought about it and knew about it and knew the science about it. Those tours and those lectures felt so good because it was like the most real, authentic. Everyone, you're so passionate. Yeah, because like that's just my real self coming through. It's not a put on like salesy, gimmicky promotional thing, right? It was just being yourself.
Yes. But dare I say, reality is what you project, right? So that's what these people are working on. They're creating their own realities.
Anyway.
Yeah. I know. I'll change my LinkedIn profile.
What else happened this week? Oh, football.
And we're not going to talk about the Jets. You watched the 6-minute highlight today.
Yeah, I went to the beach yesterday instead of watching the game. I watched like the first 5 minutes of the game and I was like, this is torture. Well, first of all, DM if you follow our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to get some sort of texting. You could text the podcast at some point. But in the meantime, if you listen and follow us on the gram, DM me and tell me which one of you people out there have 3 hours on a Sunday these days to watch a football game in the middle of the afternoon, especially if you have children. So that's number one. But then you're a Jets fan, which is the most tortured place and soul and like hellish like existence to begin with. So anyway, yeah, I watched the game for 5 minutes. I was like, this is horrid. I'm going to the beach, and the beach was not hard. You watch the Giants game off your phone on the beach,
Yep.
which was, productive, I guess.
Very exciting game. Russell Wilson, I thought you were a corpse.
I did watch the Jets highlights though today. It was like, there wasn't one Jets play on the highlight, I don't think.
And the only thing I'll say is Buffalo was always going to beat you. But yes, you guys did.
I want our kids to. So, like, you're a Giants fan, I'm a Jets fan. I want our kids to be Bills fans.
They're more tortured than you think. They've just got Josh Allen, who is.
They have great fans. They're really the only
fans. Insane. They'll let themselves.
They're really only team that's in New York State that plays in New York State.
It's 100% true.
So
and also MetLife
now they're
Stadium.
good.
I'm sorry, MetLife. What the fuck? Like, all right, here we go. Giant Stadium. First of all, the Jets.
Here we go.
The Jets played in Giant Stadium for up until 6 seconds ago. How embarrassing!
Oh, that was a while ago.
7, 8, 9, 10 years. Okay, you played in Giant Stadium. Okay, that's the beginning and end of what I have to say about the Jets. That they are I think they're the last football team to make the playoffs. Yes. Anyway, moving forward, MetLife Stadium, which cost $1.2 billion at the time, I'm sure now it costs over $2 billion, looks like a razor blade. It is the exact same format as Giant Stadium, which was a relic, and that's why they knocked it down. It is not a good experience. The train out to Secaucus sucks. The parking sucks. The beers are $150.
It did at Giant Stadium too.
There is no reason to go there if you can watch on a 30-inch TV, needless to say, 100-inch TV that most people do. And I watched the Giants yesterday on my iPhone, which is not new. So they are playing in a freaking horrible field. There's no vibe. The fans are completely demoralized. At least Jets fans are like drunk and like always fired up, despite years of like, you shouldn't have hope anymore. Still got Fireman Ed, or is he taking another year off? He's taking a sabbatical. So let's just leave the Jets there. Rough game. Giants Cowboys game, stellar. Super sloppy, super exciting. Russell Wilson, I'm not the only Giants fan that didn't have a lot of hope. I think you understand, my dude, that you're a placeholder for our boy Jackson Dart. Yesterday, you looked like a freaking all-pro quarterback. You played your ass off, lost in OT. But all this being said, the Giants aren't supposed to win these games. They're not going to be good this year. They aren't good. They're not going to have a lot of wins. Honestly, being in the middle of the road is, if you're not making playoffs, you might as well be shitty. And we can deal with it. We've been doing this for the last decade plus. What is so crazy now, besides just how athletic these guys are, and fucking everyone knows that. That's well documented. NFL kickers just hit 55-yarders, 60-yarders, 65-ish yarders, like it's their job. What is happening now with NFL kickers? It's such a game changer. The Giants won the game, and then the Cowboys were able to get basically to midfield, and a guy hit a fucking 60-yarder to send it to overtime. These guys are insane. And I think we should start our children at a young age into like specializing in being a kicker. Now, kickers, yeah. Harrison Butker makes $6.5 million a year to basically take like.
They have an important job.
Yes. So here, I understand why you're paid that much. If you're Buffalo's Bills fans, tie this back in. Buffalo Bills lost the Super Bowl to the Giants in 1990 because Scott Norwood missed a 37-yard kick. If you miss that, no one will ever. The only thing Scott Norwood is ever known for is missing that kick. Sadly, he might be an accomplished man in life. He might be a great father. May not. I don't know. We just know that he missed a point-blank kick that a game for the Bills were supposed to win. So these kickers get the bag. You miss one kick, like the Tennessee Volunteers kicker missed freaking a kick against Georgia this weekend, and Georgia won the game. That's it. You walk around campus, you're probably like, people probably freaking threatening to shoot you. These NFL kickers that miss important games, miss important kicks, like, you never live it down. You wank a game winner, wank a tie, and that's it. And hence why you should be compensated $6 million, $5 million a year. And now these guys all make 65-yard kicks. Extremely impressive. Our son should do it. Don't miss any clutch field goals.
Yeah, our son's not going to be a kicker.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just saying you don't get like knocked around. Okay. Not.
I mean,
but anyway,
cute idea.
Giants.
No.
It happens. Lose to Dallas. It's the only team I care for them to beat. They're not going to beat the Eagles. I don't even care about Washington. It's just Dallas. I know so many fucking Dallas fans growing up. And it's just, yeah, football. Remember when we would drink for, I don't know, 8 hours on a football Sunday?
That was just so disgusting.
Before we had life commitments?
That really was disgusting, though. I never felt good about that.
No, it always was bad.
Like, Mondays were so brutal.
I would tell myself, if you like stop drinking at 7 p.m., you'll be fine. And that was not the case.
It was like the food
Shots.
too. We would go to bars for, You should only go to a bar for one game.
Yes. When we would stick around for the
For the
4
4
p.m.,
o'clock,
it's
for going
darkness.
from 1 to 7.
Darkness.
Oh, I mean, you can only do that in your 20s, but I don't even think 20-somethings do that anymore. Not in New York.
I wonder, well, if you don't have to be at work for 5 days a week, if you're not going to the office on Monday, I feel like you could probably really
I don't know. Sunday fun days were so
aggressive.
so big in our 20s.
Yeah, and great. Not really. We just said they weren't, but
I mean, they were
till
fun
about
in the moment,
5
but
p.m.
it's not something I look back on and I'm like, I wish I could do that again.
Yeah.
There are definitely things that I look back on being like, nights.
Yeah.
I really like nights.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday nights. Sunday, like eating fried food and like drinking beer all day long. Like at the end of it just.
I know. No, it's just the day after. It was just the day after. Brutal.
Yeah, but it starts your whole week that way. Although even when you're in your own business, like there really isn't like week, but you kind of have to, again, conforming to society, like
What about
revolve
these, like, season ticket holders that tailgate every weekend and they're there for 10 hours? What's their life?
I mean,
Are
that's
they all
what
firefighters.
when I had season tickets to the Jets. I don't even know if there was a bus from Rockaway. I don't know if it still exists, but we would get on the bus to pregame, to tailgate.
Did you have a cooler on the bus?
Well, yes, but then we got there and they'd be, cooking, grilling or whatever, like a coach bus. And then after the game, we would hang out in the parking lot to like wait for the traffic to, oh my God.
Brutal.
Just now I don't even want to go to a game.
No.
Not because the Jets I've become such an old person in that respect.
It's MetLife.
I don't like being in like,
Crap.
I'm going to the Libert game on Wednesday.
Yes.
Which should be interesting.
Be a big vibe. Big vibe.
More to come on that. But like I just want to be comfy.
I know. Well, that's what like
it sounds so like I just want to drive up to a place, get out, go in, sit down, watch a game,
and
have a bathroom right there, eat, and like have someone like either have a refrigerator or like the food right there.
So
basically a suite, I guess I want, but also like some VIP access to the front door and the back door. So I don't have to deal with, remember the Beyonce concert at MetLife? When was that? I think 2018?
Yes. The thunderstorm, and then it was delayed by 2 hours, and then someone forgot
It was
to call
Beyonce and Jay-Z actually.
On the Run tour, On the Run 2. Delayed by 2 hours because of thunderstorms. Someone forgot to call New Jersey Transit, and it took us, I think we got home at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
And it was a weeknight.
I applaud Beyonce and Jay-Z for being like, we're fucking doing this concert.
That was so cool of them. I can't believe that they did that.
Great.
We literally, they evacuated it was someone treated to us to floor seats for Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Field level. We're right by her platform.
Which is so ridiculous to say. They were only $400, which is clearly a lot of money. But like now I feel like field seats
they use algorithms now. You get priced in real time. They use like
but it was a treat. It was it was a tough time in my life, and my friend treated me to these tickets. But we then got evacuated out of because it was a thunderstorm, and we had to go like shelter in the for hours.
Yeah.
And then they restarted the concert at like midnight.
Yep. It's great.
And it ended at like 2. I can't believe they were like MetLife. Anyway, kudos to MetLife and Jay-Z and Beyonce for
but not
that.
New Jersey Transit, who didn't get the memo that things were.
Well, I would imagine like New Jersey Transit can't just like call up people to
up one of your train guys, be like, big overtime night.
Another con for New Jersey.
Yeah.
Throw it on the long list of cons for New Jersey.
Yes. Charges surge pricing. I don't even know if they have that at 3 o'clock in the morning. That was crazy. That was a long ride home. No. Why would you? I think Barclays, it's pretty good getting in and out of. And then you're right there. And it'll be pretty civilized. This is WNBA. This is not like, Knicks, Celtics.
Knicks games are the only ones I want to go to.
I know.
Anymore.
That's.
Well, maybe Liberty now too. I have to give it a chance.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it. But Knicks, MSG, it's manageable.
I know. You love MSG.
I do. It's got that energy that.
I'm pretty grinchy about MSG, and that's not a very New York thing to say.
What's wrong with it?
Looks like my middle school.
No, that's what's so endearing about it.
I get it.
Barclays.
Not great.
Ugh. If you ever say
if you sit up top in Barclays,
that is the most horrifying. I don't even know how that's legal. Up top in Barclays.
Like, first of all, the air thinner up there, and if you fall,
it is like you're this vertical.
Yeah.
Like it's like
a straight drop. It's if you fall your head.
It's just so steep. I don't know how they got
it's field house style. Not good.
Like approval to do that.
No. But our boy Jimmy Dolan's got to figure out and not extort the city that we got to move MSG. They've got to build up Penn Station again. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Move MSG, build up Penn Station again. It's the most complicated real estate in the country. Fucking get it done. Get Port Authority in there and just tell James Dolan, here's your $1.5 billion stadium, even though you're a billionaire and you're not gonna contribute anything here and you're gonna ask for a tax break. He doesn't pay any property taxes on the place. Go fucking figure. And you just got to move this thing over and you need a new place. People might stop listening to this podcast after I've just said that. But
I disagree. Just for the record, I disagree.
But I will say, after a huge Knicks win, I mean, 7th Avenue is something out of Mad Max. It is wild. Bongs, Hennessy, ciphers, mob scene, people climbing billboards after they freaking beat the Celtics. It is wild. I applaud the fans and the police for just being like, this is what's going to happen on 7th Avenue. You shouldn't be here if you're not fucking down. And James Dolan, I guess, is somewhat permissive of that. So hats off. But
so he gets a pass and now he doesn't have to move MSG.
No, he still has to move MSG. Oh. Now MSG's got to go because Penn Station has to be returned to its former glory. Have you seen pictures of Penn Station back in the day? Palatial, incredible. And now it's it might be the #1 seed of rough subway stations. It's very close.
The JMZ at Chambers Street is the number one. Is the number one.
Is where you film a horror movie. Penn Station is the horror movie. It's like I'm jumping a zombie. You got to hurdle a zombie.
The JMZ at Chambers Street
it looks like
it's horrifying.
Where
I used to take that when I lived on Reed Street. I used to take that to our full circle to our kickball games on the Lower East Side.
All right, we're gonna do train station March Madness, and we're gonna seed scariest train stations based on everything, actual look, physicality, but Penn Station might be unto itself. Crazier than Port Authority. It's horrendous. Zombieland. It's only gotten worse. Yeah. So
haven't been there.
Needs to be built up. Again, James Dolan. They figured it out. People have already figured out what to do with
that part of Manhattan is just generally.
The Garment District. It's where hopes and dreams go to die. My buddies and I talk about the GD, as we call it, all the time. It is the Times Square, Penn Station, Port Authority. That's it. It's fucking insane. It is. One of the most interesting parts of Manhattan.
Why?
Operative word
I said interesting so much on the last podcast, and I was like, "Why am I saying interesting?" Because I don't know what other
can also it could be things could be interesting if they're negative, but that area is just Times Square to Port Authority. It's Times Square to Port Authority to Penn Station is bananas. Only gotten worse too.
Oh, it used to be way worse from what I hear. Stories I hear.
We're talking about porn and hookers. Yeah, that's fine. 1970s is a totally different ballgame.
Times Square is like Candyland compared to
it is
what it was.
You've got Iron Man doing the Dougie and then being buy my mixtape.
I hate walking through Times
and then
Square.
You got Dora come you want to take a picture of me? And then it's
all the creatures in Times Square, by creatures I mean, that can be interpreted in many different ways because there are many types of creatures.
I think Cowboy's still doing it. He's
in Times
65.
Square, but the costumes are so hood,
they're pretty ratty. They're
just not they're knockoff costumes. It's very far from what you would see in
Halloween Iron Man. It's not
they're falling apart.
Yeah. Some of them kind of got a vibe, but it's a real.
Anyway, I have this newfound interest, strong interest. I don't want to say obsession, but I have a newfound really strong interest in New York in the 70s.
Well, our parents talk about it. I mean, rightfully.
I know, but I'm just reading this.
I'm
almost done with
awe and lore
because I have to calendar block when I can get 5 minutes to read a book. I'm trudging through the book, the Keith McNally book, but he talks about like he said the end of the 70s was his favorite time in New York.
Yeah.
Like, and he was in his 20s.
I think that's when the light was, I think you were starting to emerge from like peak darkness and there was a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, it was like Soho was all cast iron buildings and industrial and manufacturing.
Sorry.
Manufacturing left Soho in the 1950s, and then the 1960s, like, people came in and started to like live in the loft buildings. And by the 70s, it was like, it was not bustling at all, but like there was a real like neighborhood starting to form. Robert Moses wanted to put a highway through Soho, and there was like a big backlash against it from the locals who were living in the lofts in these cast iron buildings, and they wound up winning. And it was the beginning of the end of the power that Robert Moses had over the city. And the mayor Lindsay at the time turned
vilified by some people I know. By most New Yorkers.
Turned his back on Moses and kind of like leapt for Soho.
One day I'll read The Power Broker.
It's
1,100 pages.
Yeah, it's too long.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I feel like our parents' generation, your parents having been here to see the 50s, but my parents moving here in the late 70s, the 70s are always the boogeyman. Like whenever we're like looking all like doe-eyed and optimistic, it's like, well, New York's going to be the 70s in an instant again. I'm like, in what world? It's like the entire Bronx burning. Like there's roving gangs. Our boy Sliwa's out here with the fucking green guardian angel red hat on in the subways. There's graffiti everywhere.
Oh my God.
In what world is that
Sliwa going to be mayor?
No. No. Again, you know what I think about the Sliwa vote. Vote how you want, New York. Vote how you want. Let me not get in the way. But my favorite article, or my favorite quote about our boy Sliwa,
cat.
he also grew up around the corner, or he lives around the corner from me. He has 15 cats and lives in like a 200 square foot apartment. Sliwa is founded and manages a vigilante force known as the Guardian Angels. That's why he wears a red beret.
That's a good organization.
We think. I think they probably had a presence in the, you got like strong guys in the subway. Sure, they look like another gang. He is both a vigilante founder, leader, and a talk radio host. And those are his that's his like CV or resume for being the mayor of New York.
Okay, well.
I know. There you go.
Do we really have to have CVs or resumes to be politicians?
No, you see LinkedIn account. $200 million. We just started.
We're just getting started.
We only have 100 employees.
And we're profitable.
Yes.
Come give us more money so we can triple our bottom line in 30 seconds.
Then the C-suite's going to get their money out, so are the investors, and you're left holding the bag. Womp, womp. And I think that's
it. Okay. We'll wrap it up.
Yes.
Until next time. Maybe next week we will have our first guest.
We have to do research if civil servants can...
We don't have to do research. We just have to ask our friends.
Right.
So stay tuned. Hopefully, maybe next week you'll get something that's more than just Harry and I.
Yes.
Maybe not.
So, yeah, I'll close this. Like, if you want to have like Red 40 and like you're in your drinks, I don't think you're going to die.
Harry's just getting started.
Yeah. RFK Jr., you can get in my DMs. Tell me about Red 40.
All right. We're ending the rant now.
Going to lose a limb. Good night.
See ya.
Oh, wait. Where are we going to drink?
Oh, I don't know. My broken toe. I don't know if I can make it out anywhere.
Speaking of hospital special surgery.
I don't know.
No.
Somewhere. Well, what? You want to cut my toe off?
It's either that or what are we doing?
Like, I cut the toe off so we can go have a martini
or like,
somewhere?
I'm cutting it off. I got to stay in the game. But you are peg leg right now.
Yeah. We'll see how far I can make it.
Okay.
But I'm sure we can stumble in anywhere because that's one of the best things about New York.
Yes. Let's go enjoy Canal Street people watching.
Yes.
Like I might be fully transformed when we come back out. All right, good night, everyone.
See ya.
I feel like we're gonna need to edit a lot.
We need an intro and an outro.
We do. Oh.